Hey guys, how are you doing today? I hope that you are doing amazing and fantastic. I can't believe we are now officially done with May. Yeah, May is done and over with, and you know what? I don't know. It seems like 2019 is just flying by. I know that I say that every single month, but it's just, the months just seem to go quicker and quicker. So today's video is all about my wrap up for May, all of the books that I read in May, which I am pretty excited about. All of the books that I read for May were 4- and 5-star books. Like, that doesn't happen very often on my channel. Like, there's at least 1 or 2 books that are kind of downers or not the best or whatever, but somehow this month I chose some pretty darn good books to read. So let's get started right now with all of the books that I have read. Cleo is like right on the books because I've got like this little table set up over here. She's like, Mom, stop it. Don't do that. So the very first book that I read was Protocol by Kathleen Valenti, and this is a Maggie O'Malley mystery series, and it's not necessarily a cozy mystery series, but it is, it gave me very subtle like NCIS vibes, and I really liked that about it. It's a very quick book to read, and I really loved it. We did do a live stream on my channel, so I will link the live stream down below, and you can go and watch my interview with her talking about Protocol, her writing, and everything like that. But I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. And I will say it kind of got me out of a reading slump. So I'm really happy that I picked this one up. Book number 2 that I read was A Dash of Pepper. It is a Sam Short cozy mystery series. It's the newest one in his series. Well, it's a new series altogether for Sam Short in general. Pepper is she is a feisty witch, and she has the ability to be able to sense what plants need. She might not necessarily know what type of plant it is or anything like that, but she's able to sense what they are lacking in order to grow and be the most successful plant that they can be. And they talk to her, and one plant talks to her about a murder and how in no uncertain terms the murder of a local sort of vegetable grower was not necessarily an accident. I really enjoyed this. She's very feisty and very, you know, grr, I can do things on my own, but she's also a softie on the inside, so I really enjoyed her character quite a bit, and I can't wait for the second one to come out. The next book that I read was Aurora Rising. This was by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and I really loved this book. It was just so good. It is YA, but I'm not gonna lie, I just like sped through this book super quickly. I loved the back of it. It says meet the squad, and then of your dreams, it's marked out, and then it lists the different type of people that are in the squad: the alpha, the diplomat, the scientist, the gearhead, the warrior, the pilot, and the mystery girl. And I don't want to say too much to spoil it, but I really enjoyed it. This is going to be a trilogy, and I can't wait for the second book to come out. It's really hard for me to start new series whenever there's no other books in the series out already, so I can't like binge read them. So I really enjoyed this one, and I really enjoyed it. I loved up here it says, they're not the heroes we wanted, they're just the ones we could find. But it was a really fun read. And I got attached to the characters pretty hard. I got attached to them. The next book that I read was the Unhoneymooners. This is a rom-com by Christina Lauren, and they are 2 amazing romance authors, and I just loved the quirkiness of this. The bride and groom got food poisoning at the wedding, and so the sister and the brother, one from the bride, one from the groom, end up going on the honeymoon instead, so as to not waste the money and everything like that. And they originally hate each other, and it's like a love to hate kind of relationship, but it's so good. I really, really loved it. It had me laughing, it had me crying. It was so good. I really, really enjoyed reading this, and I can't wait to read more by this dynamic duo. The next book I read was Again But Better by Christina Riccio. This is a fellow booktuber, and I made sure that I got the Target edition because in the Target edition she annotates a chapter of the book, and you can like see all of her writing and everything and sort of like get in her headspace on how she wrote it. This is sort of a what would you do if you had a second chance kind of book. What would you do if you could change some things that you maybe didn't do or had wanted to do previously? I really, really liked it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. There were some things that kind of threw me off. Like the magical element wasn't very well weaved into it because it's supposed to be like magical realism. But the magical element just wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. She tried really hard, but it wasn't exactly there. It sort of deterred from the main part of the book, but it was needed in order to actually put the Again But Better in the title. I really loved the fact that the main character, she's as old as I am, so I'll be 29 in July, and so it seems like she was about that age, and I loved the music and the pop culture references and different things like that. I could really relate to this character, which is kind of different compared to most things when the main character is either a lot younger than me or a lot older than me. So I really enjoyed this one, but I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read was the Cozy Mystery Book Club Book of the Month, which was Daisies for Innocence by Bailey Cottrell. We did the live stream on Angela's channel for the book, and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. This was an amazing book. I loved the aromatherapy aspect of it, using oils and different things like that, because I also use oils every single day. And I love that she put recipes on different blends for the oils in the back of the book. That was really, really nice. And I did order the next 2 in the series because I loved it so much. It was just so good. I highly recommend this series, but I wasn't shocked really for how much I loved it, because she also writes under Bailey Cates, which is a Magical Bake Shop mystery series. Absolutely love that series. It is one of the best series ever, so I had high expectations going into this, and they were met 100%. I loved it. And the last book that I read for the month of May was Murder at the Ostrich Farm. This is by London Levitt. It is her Starfire mystery series where we have Poppy, our main character, who is a 1920s private detective, and she was out on a farm with her dad and her brother just trying to enjoy some really good family time, and a murder occurs at the Ostrich Farm, and she is hired by the daughter of the owner of the Ostrich Farm to figure out who really did it, because they arrest her fiance. And I really enjoyed this. I love that she also, there's a character as well in this series that has been in World War I, and you actually get a little bit more information on his war story as he's telling it to Poppy. And as a history buff, that just, I really, really loved that extra detail in that aspect of the book, and it was really, really good. This month, guys, was an amazing reading month. I loved it so much. Have you guys read any of these books? What did you think about them? Let me know, what did you read in the month of May? I would absolutely love to know that. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye.